Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Samuel and welcome back to my YouTube channel of Life. Today we are going to be looking at Anthem. Now I just want to initially apologize, the video may be a little jumpy and laggy at points. Don't know what the hell is going on with that, but Shadowplay just decided to do what Shadowplay does. Anyways, I just wanted to give my first thoughts and some feedback to the developers of Anthem, and hopefully we will get a solid release product. So to begin with the pros of Anthem, in my opinion the graphics look fantastic. I was running the game on medium settings. I've got a 1050 Ti, and the game ran pretty well, 40 to 60 FPS, which it's playable. It's playable, better than 30 FPS. In some gunfights though, when the flames and explosions filled up my screen, essentially, FPS would drop to 20, but that would be only for a few seconds. I think Anthem has some good level design too. The markers and indicators that they gave you are relatively decent, and they show you where to go in an orderly fashion. In my opinion, Anthem surely does have a satisfying gunplay system, how the guns work and the combat. And last but not least of the pros that I have, and of course if you guys have any pros or cons / feedback to add, you can comment that down below. But in my opinion, the movement system that they have is really freaking good. Now of course this will come with an exception as I move into the cons. So while we're on the topic of the movement system, I think it's a good movement system until you get to the water movement. The water movement is just garbage. You can't look too far one direction, otherwise it will turn your camera about 180 degrees. You have to completely stop as soon as you enter the water, align yourself with where you want to go, then you start moving. And you can only move your mouse slightly or else you're going to have, well, issues with aligning yourself with the direction you'd like to go. I know another con with this game, which a lot of people are agreeing with, is that the enemies in this game are bullet sinks. This gets better as you progress throughout the game, so I'm not going to talk about this one as much. You do get better weapons, and those definitely help you do more damage, which, in the long run, enemies turn out to be a 2 to 3 shot kill if they're not an elite. Which is, in my opinion, as it should be. During my beta playthrough, I had this weird bug where mid-mission, all of my audio faded out, and I had to finish the mission then restart my game in order to get my audio back. No clue what was up with that, but figured I'd mention it. One big thing which I think Anthem should add is being able to shoot through or use your abilities through your teammates. In this one situation, I had a sniper rifle that shot explosive bullets, and I was aiming down the sights to shoot a big boss enemy, and my teammate stepped in front of me as I was shooting, and it hit my teammate instead of hitting the enemy, and this was just sort of frustrating. So next up, if your allies leave mid-session, you're screwed. Anthem needs to implement some type of requeue system or something to help you get teammates back if you have teammates that leave mid-mission. This happened once or twice as I was playing through, and it was pretty annoying as I had to leave my whole session and then restart completely. And while we're on that topic, Anthem should implement a recent players functionality, a list, so that you can get those recent players who just left your match and you can ignore them or add them to the block list. I know I certainly wouldn't want to play with those guys again. My last piece of feedback for the devs at BioWare is to look at the enemies that have shields. Now, I'll include an instance of this in the video. So when you have an enemy with a shield, you have to be constantly hitting them in order to drain their shield. Now, if you get off of them in this period of time, let's say you knock down their shield to half, if you leave them for a certain amount of time, it pretty much immediately goes back to full. Now, I think this should be changed to regenerate over time instead of an instantaneous shield. Yes, this makes gameplay more challenging, but in my opinion, it's more of an annoyance as opposed to upping the difficulty. I remember one situation, and I may have included that in the video, but I had the shield enemies, shield completely gone, and I was off of them, and they went around a corner or something, and their shield regenerated instantly to full, and I just had to take them down again. Leave your pieces of feedback and opinions on Anthem down below. And last but not least, I do have to give a big props to EA and BioWare for providing this free beta for everyone to try. Truth be told, if these changes that I just mentioned are implemented, odds are I will look to buy the game. Maybe not on first release, but once an initial price drop has taken place and or a sale. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching, and remember, stay strong like the bull.